New tonight at 9, a Kenosha man has been sentenced to life in prison after admitting to fatally stabbing his father and stepmother in 2021. Officials say at the time of the incident, the couple was attempting to stop Jesus Medrano III from sexually assaulting a teenager. In September, Medrano was convicted of first-degree intentional homicide and attempted first-degree sexual assault. His life sentence does not include the possibility of extended supervision.